here's Stringbean's Encore here. I'm actually driving her into pick up blue van, the 1990 Dodge Grand Caravan LE. I gotta pick that van up. It's been off the road since last fall, and we're gonna bring it home. We're gonna try to drive it more than a couple hundred miles this year. However, Stringbean, who we've driven 317 miles this year, service engine light's on right now, and it's misfiring pretty bad intermittently as I go down the road here, and it's misfiring under load. When it sits at idle, it seems fine. Remember we noticed that misfire not too when we first got it back on the road here after it sat for 2 years? I drove it for a week just fine, but right now it's running pretty poorly. Well, here she is in storage. It might be cleaning up. I dumped a full thing of fuel treatment in it, and it seems to be running a little better. I think we might be all right, but we're gonna call her good there. I'm gonna shut her down. 213, 320, or 212, 321. I'm gonna pull the battery, I think. Anyway, that's it. Well, here, hang on. There you go. Back so soon, are we? If you remember, do you remember? I don't know, this thing was running really rough by the time we pulled it in here. I don't know if I got bad gas or something's failing or what, but hopefully she fires up here. I gotta move it so I can add some stuff here. Please run okay. Seems like it's running fine right there. Hello, dash cam, look who's back. We are. It thinks it's what, June 5th, 2024, you poor thing.
Several months later.
And just like that, we are back. We are back because it's time to put Gray Van away into winter storage, and this one's in her spot. So if you remember 5 seconds ago for you guys, this thing was actually running quite poor when we drove it in here. So I've got some like octane boost or something. I got a feeling I got bad gas in it. I don't know, hopefully it'll make it home for me. That would be ideal. So if not, well, that sucks. You don't got a choice, Stringbean. I figure let's see if she fires up here. Do I have the battery hot, do you think? I do not. Smart. Well, it's hot now. How's everything look? Do we got oil? Yeah, there's oil. Coolant, that's the big one. I brought a jug of coolant. It's actually full. Did you just decide to stop leaking? Okay. I will not. You know what? You know why? It's because it's sucking out of the overflow, I bet. No? I don't know. It looks... I won't ask questions. It's fine. It's full. It is no longer leaking like it was for now. I don't know. Trans fluid, is there something? It should be overfull because it's not running. It is. It's way overfull. Good. Brakes look like they've got fluid in them. This hasn't been that long. It's just been a little while. Might as well check power steering. I'm thinking about it. Do you have power steering? Yeah, you got plenty. You're full. Okay. Well, that's all there is to that. Tires, well, they look okay. They've got some air. That's good. All right, girl. Let's fire up and let's drive well. Let's be okay. Let's be happy. Please. Fuel pump, 212, 321. It's gonna play games. Ooh. Smoky. Those are both loose. How nice. Okay, well, I bet it will work now. Fire's right up. Seems like it's running on all 6 right now. Got all pressure. Radio's working. Dash cam even turned on. Please set the time. I will not do that. No thanks. Let's get this thing backed out of here. Look at that. Lights on. We're good to go. Brake pedal feels good. Goes right into gear. And that's all there is to that. She's running fine so far. She's climbing this hill like it's nothing. So, I don't know. Maybe that battery cable being loose on the positive side was causing it to run like crap the last time we drove it. Could be as simple as that. If this thing doesn't hiccup or anything by the time I get home, I'm gonna drive it for the rest of this week, I think. Kind of run this gas through it, why not, right? 1 week before the end of the year, so I'll see you then. I'll give you updates when I got them.
In garbage. My wife stopped buying paper towels. Are bad for the environment, which surprised me. I guess we should know paper towels are bad for the environment. They do have a lumberjack on the label. The guys always stand there like, let's destroy the ozone together. I'll clear cut this forest, you drive an SUV. If you look closely, under one arm he's smothering an owl. Obviously we all care about the environment. Some of those.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't miss, but it was running pretty good at speed. I'm gonna probably put the code reader on it, just see if it picks anything up. I'll probably risk it tomorrow. So if it is bad gas, I wanna run it through it and clear it out. Kind of dilute it if I can, because right now it's pretty well full, but I'll put the code reader on it quick, just see if I see anything. Otherwise, it made it home, so she's running. And then we got winter crew. The 05 and the 2000. Got all the new vans out here for the winter. I won't drive this one in the salt, but these two we will, with preference to that one over that one. So you are gonna work hard, hopefully. Well, I'm not gonna push it, but like, eat all of the salt for everybody else. No codes, so I don't know what to tell you there. I'm just gonna drive it tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Several months later.
It's Stringbean update time. So, I came out here to kind of let this thing run because it's nice out today. Charge up the battery and everything. And while it fired up and it was running on 6, it kind of coughed and sputtered because it was stuck here in this ice on top of that tarp. And I got it out because I don't want to flat spot the wheels, so I just want to move them. Granted, when they sink into this dirt, that kind of keeps them from doing that. Anyway, it was running fine. I come out here to shut it off. Missing right now. That exhaust smells kind of funny. It doesn't smell like, I don't think it smells like head gasket funny, but it smells weird. And sure enough, we've finally got a check engine light. So I'd like to know what the heck is happening, because as far as I remember, we were never able to get it to do a check engine light. So it's getting worse, which isn't good, but I think we have it. So we're getting a PO300. See, I'm already on 5.8. I've kind of cheated. We're getting a multiple misfire, cylinder 5, cylinder 2. You know what that means? That's coil pack. So I know that because I believe it's 1 and 3, 2 and 5, or it's 1 and 4, 2 and 5, 3 and 6. They all share the same coils inside the pack, and we're getting a misfire on 2 and 5, which means the center coil on the coil pack is bad, and it's probably been going out. So we come on in here. I wonder if we'll see if it's melty or not. Right? Yeah, 2 and 5 right here. So this outer pack right here, this outer coil here is shot probably. I don't see any cracking. Like, if you remember, maybe if you guys have been around long enough, Greenbean had some coil pack issues and they actually got melty, and you could tell. This is an OEM coil pack. I'm gonna go dig around. I probably have one of these, and right now it's missing pretty bad. If I fire this up and it's running on all 6, well, we figured out the misfire issue, which really helps me believe that we definitely don't have a... Like I said, we're losing coolant. The way it runs and the way it smells and the exhaust, and there's no oil in the coolant, no coolant in the oil. I have had my doubts that it's head gasket. I think it's a combination of this lower intake leaking and kind of dripping off this way, is my thought. And or maybe the head gasket is leaking on the outer but not into the cylinders. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But I think this might be our misfire. I'll go ahead and see if I have another coil pack with that plug on it, and I'll swap it if we do. If not, What just happened there? I'll have to get one on order. Or could I go borrow it from Blondie? That's freaking gone. I've retrieved this cap, as you can see. There. I need to get that replaced. And I've got this coil pack out of my storage. Appears to be a mystery junkyard unit, aftermarket. It's labeled 94 Voyager, so we'll see. I don't see any obvious cracking in this thing, but doesn't mean it's not failed. So, I don't know, let's fire it up quick. Kind of feels like a miss. Cylinder might be flooded out yet. Still feels like a miss. Now we're down to just the cylinder 5. It cleared out the cylinder 2 misfire, which makes sense. It's only missing on 1 right now. I cleared codes, ran this again. The only code I'm getting is a cylinder 5 misfire. So we fixed cylinder 2. So I think that coil pack was in fact dead. Now, what caused the coil pack to die? Maybe something to do with what's going on right now. Here's something I will tell you I noticed. This wire for number 5 has this weird mark in it. I don't know that I trust this wire anymore. Should be able to fish in there and get at number 5. That or this coil pack still is no good, you know? I've got another coil pack. I can go grab that and test that first. And then if that doesn't work, we're gonna swap this wire. So I'll bring a wire out with me, I think, but better. Yeah, now we're only missing 1. So, take 2, or 3, or whatever. This coil pack is a genuine Mopar coil pack out of a 91 Caravan SE, that red one that we ended up pulling the transmission and engine for Blueberry. So that's off that engine that I still have. So we're going to try swap that in, and then I grabbed the wire with it just in case, but we'll start with this. Well, it's running well enough again that it's not pissing off the computer. So here's my hunch, maybe, is that, well, we got a good coil pack now, one that's strong, and that maybe these wires aren't just as very good anymore. And so there's a bunch of resistance maybe. I don't know. That's a thought. So I'm going to at least start with trying to replace number 5. So I should be able to take a piece of tape, pull this off, pull it through, hook the new line up, hook it up. We should be good there. I'm going to try it. But right now it's running strong on all 6. See it? It just kind of hesitates a little bit. So I don't know. Definitely better. See, looks nice and clean there. No milkshake. All right, we're back. So that wire I had with that coil pack wasn't going to work because it's a 2nd gen wire. However, because I am a hoarder, we have this. Old plugs, 97 Caravan. Now, some of you that have been around for a while should remember that this is from Stringbean, the 97 Dodge Caravan LE. Stringbean's essentially twin sister. Same PG8 green and everything. Yeah, that van probably doesn't exist anymore. It was hit by a semi after I sold it, but they said they were going to fix it, but I never heard anything after that. So hopefully it's still around. But anyway, this is the wire from it, number 5. Have the rest of them here just in case. Here's how we're going to try to cheat this. I've let this cool down so I don't burn my hands on the exhaust. And we're going to try to pull this wire through with the old wire. And then we should be able to swap the metal boot onto this and drop that wire in and give that a shot. At the very least, this wire is better than this one. This is a Mopar wire, OEM, and it's not chewed. Well, there's a trick for you. So that worked for us. I believe there's plastic clips under the intake, so that may or may not give you good results if your wires are still run through that. I don't know if those clips are even on there for this anymore, but as you can see, we've got the wire through. I got the little metal boot off. I'm going to swap that over. Try to get that wire onto the plug, and then hook it up here, and we're good. Hopefully, maybe. I think I got that wire on there. We're going to find out. Please run strong on 6. That would be the greatest thing to ever happen. On 6. Oh, no way. So, bad plug wire. Oh, something just fell. It's probably my ratchet. Bad plug wire. Maybe extra resistance burned out that crappy aftermarket. Well, I shouldn't say crappy aftermarket. Maybe burned out that coil. The coil's a little weak. And then the aftermarket coil's not as strong, and then it runs like crap on that one anyway. And now we've got a good OEM coil, and it works. Maybe those coils are okay. Maybe that specific coil on the pack's just a little weak. Couldn't overcome what was wrong with that wire. Ha! Did you look at that? Still got a coolant issue to address possibly, but the run issue I think might possibly be fixed. I'm gonna let it warm up here again because it seems to run better when it's cold, but we'll see what happens here. I'll keep you posted. That's awesome. Now I could shovel that out, but where's the fun in that? We're gonna see if she'll get out of that like kind of ice packed snow. It should be fine if I got momentum here. I figure we'll take it for a lap on some back roads here where there's no salt, especially since it seems to be running strong again. Just want to make sure she's okay. I'm super excited that that's all that was. Seems to be anyway. Easy mode.
Many months later.
And here we are. Spring has officially sprung, and it's time to get poor old Stringbean out of her winter hiding, I guess. And I guess to start that, we have to get the snowmobiles into their winter hiding, which is over there. So I figure we'll start with that, get those fired up, get them out of here. Get the tarp off the van, get the van pulled off the tarp it's sitting on, out in the driveway, get it running, up to temp, check tires and stuff, take it for a spin, make sure everything's good to go there. And I suppose she's ready for the road, right? It's the theory anyway. Ta-da! They're all moved. That was an effort. Anyway, here she is. Let's get the old girl out from under cover. Ta-da! Here she be. Still all kind of nice and cleanish. Is the battery still hot? I don't know. I got dome lights. Got a fuel pump. Even got fuel. Fires right up. Oil pressure light goes out. And we're good, I think. Looks good in here. Everything looks nice. Looks clean. Suppose we ought to put the antenna back on. Yeah, let's go fix that. Let there be a radio signal. Yep, just like that. I got a vice grip I'll go tighten that with. Alright, let's get this old girl backed out of here. And just like that, she's back in service. Running on all 6. Sitting here idling, full of coolant. It wasn't low at all. Tires have air in them. I got to check the tire pressure, but just looking at them here, they look pretty decent, honestly. Running strong, alternators running, charging the battery, getting some temp in her. Figure I'm just gonna take this old girl for a ride tomorrow to work, so might as well just put her right back on the road where she belongs. All right, tires all got air. She's warmed up. She's running. Everything's working. I even got that mud flap thing on there because that was the last piece we needed to put on. Got the tarp all put away, rolled up. New insurance card printed. And she's good to go. Nice and warm in here. All right, Stringbean, the OG 98 Caravan, back on the road, ready to go for 2026. Oh, here we are. We're on the commute home from work, and we have definitely fixed that misfire. Stringbean here is running like a top. This thing is cruising. She is doing fantastic, I'm happy to report. And I'm happy to be driving the old girl again. Let's put some miles down on this thing because she needs it. Okay, so this is super cool. This is probably one of the last Super Americas in existence in the world. This is off of US 10 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I just happened to be up here getting some parts at a local junkyard, and I've always driven by this, and I actually ended up using Upside, not that this is sponsored, but going to that holiday, and I didn't even realize it was right next to the Super America, so obviously I had to pull in with old Stringbean here. Stringbean's doing pretty good. Drove all the way up 94, and I don't know, I just thought this was cool. I always used to shop at Super America when I was a kid. I had the, you know, my SA rewards and everything. Look at that gas price, $183. $3.75. So yeah, a little different, but I just had to share. Super exciting. Stringbean on the road again. Look at the mileage here. We are at 212,788 miles. She is cruising down US 10. We're headed for Highway 24, I think, southbound, coming back from St. Cloud, Minnesota. And yeah, she's pretty good. I mean, she's got that same old wheel shake it's always had with these stupid tires that are on it, but it's pretty good. Otherwise, 65 is perfect. It's when you get up above 70, it can be a pain in the butt, but you know, it is what it is. She cruises. She's getting a new set of tires this summer, I guarantee you that. Not too bad. I know the door gap on the passenger side needs adjusted and or the seal replaced, one of the two. Probably the door gap, because you can kind of hear the wind howling a bit. But other than that, I mean, it drives great. I've had no issues so far. Put a full tank of gas in it just now. 19 gallons of fresh fuel. I was running on E as I came up here, but we're looking a-okay. It's a smooth drive home now, southbound on 24.